Alright, we're here in another quick video for something that I noticed with FSD on the Cybertruck.
Now turn right onto Del Amo Boulevard.
So one thing that I noticed, so I'll turn on FSD after I get out of this parking lot, is that I feel, I don't know, let me know if anyone else has noticed this as well, but I feel like FSD is still not calibrated or fine-tuned to the Cybertruck, to the Cybertruck's weight. I'm gonna say that. All right, so I'm gonna turn it on now. And the reason why I say that is because I've noticed that a few times on drives that when it's like a curved road, the vehicle will not stay in the lane. Like it'll still like attempt to stay in the lane, but it's like it doesn't judge the weight and the speed of the vehicle properly yet, because it'll go over the lines. And then another thing too that I notice is in the lanes, it likes to hug the left or the right. And a lot of times it starts going over the, the little bumps, the little reflectors on the lanes. It'll do that a lot. So we'll see if it does that on this drive. But that's something that I've noticed. And it is kind of annoying, to be honest. Like I had to just take over, because there'll be times where it'll keep the blinker on to change the lane, and it'll take forever to change the lanes, and it's just going over the bumps in the middle of the lane. So I'll just take over and just turn. Or there will also be times where it'll change lanes when it shouldn't. So it'll go back and forth in between lanes, just trying to, like, I guess, hurry. Like, how could I explain it? Think of it as someone that's in a rush, right? Someone that's driving all erratic because they're so late, right? They'll change lanes repeatedly just to get like one car length ahead. I feel like that's what the truck has been doing a lot. Well, at least that's something that I could like compare it to. Like, say for example, like on the next like stop or intersection, I would have to turn left. If it feels that this truck in front of me is going too slow, it'll jump in the right lane instead of just staying here and ensuring that we're gonna make the turn and not have to worry about trying to overpass a car, or if they speed up, or if the car in front of them slows down and then you can't get in. So then it causes like another whole big, not a big deal, but it'll miss it. It'll try to still make it. It'll slow down and try to force its way into the lane. And to me, I would rather it just, if it knows, like on this next intersection, if it knows that I gotta turn left, just stay in this lane. Don't worry about trying to hurry up and get around. Like that's just my personal thoughts on that. It's still great though. It's still an amazing version of FSD. It's so good. But these are just little things that I feel that should be tweaked, could be tweaked, just with an update. But let's see if it does it on this drive. I don't know how much storage I have, so I'm sorry if it cuts off. I wish I could frame this better so you could see out what I'm seeing. Probably not. Can I? I would like to. Well, let me know about the camera angles. Is this camera angle better? Should I put it over here? Should I put it on the passenger window? Up here looking at me? I don't know. Let me know. Or should I just put it like in the front, just looking out? So far it's doing good. There was an update yesterday. Yeah, there was an update yesterday on the Cybertruck. I haven't looked. I didn't actually look to see what it was. Or maybe I could check right here. Not upgrades. It's software. Software release notes. So it says it was just security improvements. And you see, yeah, this is one of the few times that it's ever asked me to like touch the wheel. Well, that's because it knows that I was looking
Turn left onto Crenshaw Boulevard.
at the screen and not looking at the road. So
Now turn left onto Crenshaw Boulevard.
here's another thing too that they had to update on this road on Crenshaw. To get on the 405 south, it used to be on the left side. You would usually you would have had to turn left, but now they fixed that on ramp and they changed it, so now it's on the right side, and it still hasn't updated. It still thinks it's on the left. So I would have to take over once we get closer. So I don't know if there's a way that they could it would be kind of cool if you could like submit like how things are, I guess. I don't know, like little fixes, like recommendations or whatever. Or unless they just do it based off, from my understanding, it's just based off how just it's learning as these cars are on the road. So, but yeah, hopefully they update this. So the freeway entrance is actually on the right side, not on the left side. So I'll take over in a little bit, and then the car will also do that. Like the wiper would just go, and it'll go dry. Like instead, if the wiper, I feel like if the wiper is gonna go up by itself, it should at least like shoot some freaking wiper fluid as it does it, instead of just going dry. Because it's already gonna go, might as well just throw some fluid out there. Let me take over now. Oh, damn it, I had to hit the brakes. Fuck. That's one thing too that I heard. I don't know if it's true, if it hasn't updated, but apparently when you're using FSD, the car's actually using the brakes. So that's one thing that I've always done, even with my old Model Y. To me, like, it's a thing where I try to always drive without ever even touching the brakes at all, and just use the regenerative braking. So that's another thing that I would think would be cool. Like if they change the bar here, right? So like right now, I'm hitting the accelerator or accelerator. I don't know. The gas pedal, the go pedal, the golf cart pedal, whatever you want to call it. Right? So as you're stepping on it, right, or as you're using power, it shows a gray bar. And when you're putting power back into the battery or using regen, it turns green. And I think it would be pretty cool if they could have another color on that bar for when you're actually applying the brakes. So I don't know, make it like a red or a blue, you know? I think that would be a nice thing to add. That's just my opinion. But yeah, as you can see, here's a turn, and you can see it's still trying. I don't know if you can see, but it's trying to like reroute me, thinking that I'm going the wrong way. But it'll adjust itself right now. But that's because, like I said, the freeway entrance is now on the right side, not on the left. All right, there we go. All right, let me turn this back on. Let's see what it does. So like here, usually because there's a lot of cars always trying to get in like last second, I want to get on the middle right lane, I guess you could call it, or the lane right next to me on the left. I would like to get in there like no later than a mile before getting there, because it gets so badly backed up there. So right now we're still staying here.
Interstate 110 north, Interstate 110 south exit.
So let's see what it does.
San Pedro. Then take the Interstate 110 ramp.
But the main thing that I'm trying to focus on, trying to catch, is when it's on those like bends and all that, and it starts going over the divider. Well, not divider, but you know what I'm trying to say, the damn reflectors on the middle of the road. See, like right now, it's moving over to the left, and I need to be on that lane. I need to be on the right lane, and we only have 0.6 of a mile to go. But you see, it'll just try to pass cars all the time. Where sometimes it'll do that, and then it'll miss the exit because it tried to do that, and it didn't have the time to hurry up. It didn't hurry up and get back into the lane. Now it went back on this lane, and again we need to be on that lane. But you see, there it goes. It went from that lane and then you jump right back over here. But they should have just stayed here, and they would have been fine. And again, like we're going over the lines here, and the lines are really clear. It's not like they're like faded out or you can't see them. And I think it's just FSD still has to calibrate and adjust. I think it's the weight of the truck that's throwing it off, maybe. Let's see, so this band is handling it pretty well. And it does slow down a lot for like these type of ramps. If I was driving, I would probably take these curves faster, but it's fine. Right here, I feel like this is fine getting over here because there's a lot of cars trying to speed up and they try to cut in to get on the 91 all late. But right now, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty clear right now, the traffic. Like again, right here, unless it's going like really fast, if it's speeding, then I would understand being on this lane and pass all these cars up right here. But I would rather I would just stay on this lane on the right, because now I feel like it's gonna do that where it's gonna try to pass cars last second. So we're slowly starting to get over. So I think we might be fine on this one. Sorry, I don't know who that is, but like right now it might try to get on that lane and it shouldn't, because that lane merges. But it's done it before, so let's see if it does it again. All right, it didn't. Nice. And sometimes too, well, actually, I haven't noticed it on the Cybertruck, but on the Model Y, when there was merging lanes,
Now take exit
as soon as that middle lane went away, and the lanes started to like converge to each other, the car will like force itself to the center. And I haven't noticed the Cybertruck do that. I actually noticed that it tried to stay. So say if we were on the right side and merging to the left, it would stay on the right until it turned into one lane. But the Model Y would do that. The FSD on the Model Y would immediately just force itself in the center. Like even when the lanes were still like this, it'll force itself in the center. So that for sure has gotten better with the Cybertruck, for sure. Well, I keep saying Cybertruck, but I guess what I'm really trying to say is the with the new computer, the FSD4, FSD says V13.2.9. Someone at my door, bruh. Probably just a shadow. And a voicemail. Montebello. Nothing. Alright. Put this down here. So a couple things I got planned for the truck is I think I'm gonna go later today and I'm gonna wipe everything down inside and coat it with an interior ceramic coat. I'm gonna do that before the car gets dirty. Right now there's just a little bit of dust, which is fine. So I'm just trying to coat the whole inside, seats, everything, all this, screen. Give it a whole interior ceramic coating. And then I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but we got something exciting coming up soon with my good people over at T Sportline. We have something exciting lined up. I'll let you guys know. We're gonna do a whole photo, YouTube video, and everything. We're doing something that's gonna be one of the first of its kind. Nobody else has done this to the Cybertruck, and we're gonna be the first ones to have it done here in California. And honestly, I don't know where else they have it, but I've seen similar things like what I'm about to have done to it. But no one, from my understanding and from their understanding, has gotten done what we're gonna do to the truck. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a whole video over there, and then we'll obviously have a video up and pictures and stuff on here once it's done. So you're really gonna want to see it. So if you haven't, subscribe to the channel so you could get, turn on notifications so you can get notified when that video's up. But for now, until then, I'll be putting up videos. I'll probably put up a video how I wash the truck. I don't have a garage. Well, I do have a garage, but the truck doesn't go in the garage. My garage is freaking tiny. The house that I have is over 100 years old, and the garage is tiny. It's falling apart, all dusted. I don't have a carport, so I literally leave my Cybertruck stays outside in the sun the whole time. So I ain't here trying to be like babying this truck. Like, I actually drive it pretty much every day. I drive it every day. Everywhere we go, I try to take the Cybertruck. Like right now, I was dropping off my kid to his little program, coding program. I'm taking the Cybertruck, even though I have the wife's Model 3's here. The wife is traveling right now. Her Model 3's at the house. I'm taking this thing everywhere I go. I'm taking this. So I drive it every day. It is not garage kept. Does not have a car cover. It does not have a carport. I drive it every day, so you'll be able to see what it does to the truck, how durable it is, what damages or what corrosion or whatever you want to call it builds up on the truck. I'm gonna show it. I'm not gonna hide it or anything. If I hide it, it's not intentionally hiding it. It's just probably because I put on maybe a wrap. But that's about it. And a coating. That's all I'm gonna do to the truck. And I'm pretty sure probably later down the road, if I do have a wrap, I'm eventually gonna end up taking that wrap off. So again, I'm gonna show everything of what it is. I'm just a normal guy who just drives this Cybertruck every day. And I'm just go ahead and just try to provide any feedback. I'll answer any questions of how things are going, what I'm doing, how I'm maintaining it, how I'm washing it, how I'm driving it, or how it's driving me. And then again, after I heard and learned that FSD actually uses the brakes, I might not use FSD as much anymore until I know that for sure that they have like an update, or if they could like provide more information on that and be more clear as in when it's actually applying the actual brakes, using the actual brakes. Because if it's gonna use up my brakes, honestly, I'd rather just not use the FSD. I'll use it like if I absolutely have to, because I want to do something or whatever. But if it's up to me, if it's using my brakes, I'm not gonna use the FSD. I'm just not. I don't know. It's just something that, to me personally, like again, like I was saying, like with my Model Y, I hardly ever touch the brakes on that thing, unless it was like a oh shit moment. And it's a thing. I don't know. It's just a thing for me now where it frustrates me when I have to use the brakes. I get mad that, like, damn, I had to use the brakes there. Fuck, I had to use the brakes there. So, but if FSD is using up the damn brakes, I'm not gonna use it. So again, unless somebody could let me know, how it actually works. If it's applying a lot of brakes, or if it's barely applying any brakes, then okay, that's different. But I feel that when I drive it myself, when I'm driving it, when I'm in control of driving it, I'm hardly touching the brakes at all, if ever. And I feel like I could control that more based on how I'm driving than with FSD, because FSD, again, there's a hurry mode and it's trying to go quick, and yeah, sometimes it brakes hard sometimes. And again, I think it's also has to be what I was saying, that I just think that the car or the FSD is still not properly calibrated to the weight of the truck.
In 500 feet, turn right onto South Oleander Avenue.
All right, so I just turn off FSD just because I'm gonna be right by my house. But again, it'll go straight. I could just tell it, oh, I want to turn here, so I'll just turn on the signal. So I didn't turn off FSD, I'm sorry, I turned off the navigation. Oh, and it didn't turn. The damn turn signal turned off by itself, so I'm gonna turn FSD off. and now I gotta go around to get to the crib. So like here, right, I'm not applying brakes. It's our regen. Miss Ma'am, across the street. Thank you. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this one. It was just a quick one. I was trying to see if I could catch any of the FSD issues that I was saying, but I think they get a good one where it showed it repeatedly changed lanes when it could have just stayed in the original lane that it was in. So that was a good thing that we caught there. But yeah, that's about it for this one. So see you in the next one. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.